Hello, good afternoon. Hope you're having a lovely day. So today is Monday, so it's a monthly make day. And I've been seeing a layout. Hi Leslie. And I've been seeing a layout that I thought I'd give a bit of a try. Oh, I've just thrown a load of stamps on the floor. That's not a good mood, is it? So I've seen a layout that I want to try out using our new monthly make stamps. So here goes. You can see I've even done myself a little sketch because I'm not very good at measuring things. You know me, I kind of just wing it as I go along. But I've actually sat and measured and thought it out. So let me move my stamps out of the way. There we go. What I've got is an 8-inch base card. Yeah. Oops. Hi Suze. Hi Mum. Oh, I can't do it one-handed. Let me just scroll down on my screen for some reason. Hi Tracy. Right, hopefully Facebook will keep up with me now. Right, so like I said, I want to try this layout. Not sure if it's going to work or not, but we can give it a whirl. So I've got an 8-inch card. I've then cut a little 5x5. Well, it's not little, is it? It's a 5-inch square card. Yeah. I've then got a 1.5-inch by 5 and a 1.5-inch by 5. And then I've got that little square at the top, which is 1.5 by 1.5. So you can see kind of where I'm going at with this. Yeah. Hi Jackie. So I'm going to give it a whirl, see if it works. If it doesn't, I've learned what not to do. And I'm sure we'll have elements we can put onto something else. I'm going to put my base card to one side to begin with. Easier said than done in my messy shed at the moment. I'm going to pop my measurements up there, and then we're going to start with these pieces. Yep, so I'm thinking big one on here, little one there, and then we'll do something with the sayings. Hi Nicola. So first up, I'm going to go with my Distress Oxide because it's kind of my comfort zone. Might do a little colouring with Brusho as well. Oh, you can hear the bin men. We were worried because they've changed the bin routes today and we didn't know we'd put the right ones out. You know, that trauma of not putting the right bins out. Whew. Because it's completely changed for us. So colour wise, I'm thinking, should we do pink or blue? Might do pinks for a change. I know I don't do pinks very often, do I? Tell you what I'm going to do. No. I'm going to do green for my background. So I've got Cracked Pistachio. I want a bit of peel paint is another one I want. Let me just grab them from the back. Won't be a second. Okay, I will tidy my desk again, I promise. Everything just seems to get dumped on my desk at the moment. Nope, not in that pile either. So looking for peel paint is the one I want. So I want to create a lovely, like, almost like springtime. You know, like grassy meadows type thing. Last pile. It's always in the last pile, isn't it? I was that organised and I cut all my pieces of card ready. I didn't even think about finding the oxides. There it is. Right down. Third from the bottom. So there we go. I've got Cracked Pistachio and I've got peel paint. Okay, we'll do pink on the top layer. Might do some Brusho there on the top. Hi Jennifer. So I'm going to start off. I'm just going to distress these a little bit. It's a good old kitchen roll. I'm going to start off with my biggest one first. Move them 3 out of the way. I'm going to start off with my palest colour, so my Cracked Pistachio. And then just, it's a juicy one. I have to remember that as we keep working. And that's kind of why I went for my biggest one first, because you can get away with it on the bigger one. Whereas if I'd gone straight on with my little one, it'd have been definitely green, wouldn't it? This might be a bit too green, but we will see. Just pop in a little bit of oxide around the edge. Hi Christine. So I'm just going to keep adding a little bit around here. I called this the little bit one before, didn't I? There you go, it's got that one. I'm going to do the same on these. Just really gently around the edges. Don't know why I always like to start with the corners and then kind of meet them up in the middle. There we go, just keep going. That one, let's do the other long one. Well, Jennifer's been working with poly plates. I was about to give something away then, I'm not going to. Poly plates, yes, are very fun. No, I nearly did then. Shh, I need to keep quiet, don't I? Oh, I didn't think of putting the gnomes on as Christmas cards. Yeah, there was a little whoopsie right there, wasn't there, Jackie? That will be, oops, made a right mess there. Never mind, we'll keep going. Yep, your new one should be in the post today. I've got the post office run to do after this. I'm just adding up. Oh, I'm making a right dog's dinner with this one, aren't I? We will get it back though. You see all those scratchy lines and things? We'll see sort it out. Because I've got a little bit on the end of my tissue. Never mind. Just means I'm going to go a bit dark on this one. There we go. Nearly sorted. Looking a bit psychedelic actually. Yeah, I'd never thought of using that gnome for Christmas. You got me thinking now. Because I've got my Christmas cards to make for the swap. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet. I'm sure I will think of something. I might cheat and do a Friday Night Live. And someone will get that as the Christmas card. Alright, there we go, that little one. That one's tricky. It's sneaky, that little one, I tell you. Right, so now I'm going to get rid of all these bits because that's what caused me to scratchy bit before. My tissue paper was falling apart. They just don't make Aldi kitchen roll the same. Nope, nope, nope. Not been the same for a while. Gnomes are definitely forever. I do like them gnomies. I'm just going to go over again with a little bit of peel paint. Sure. And to be fair, I'm liking the peeled paints going a bit further in. I'm just going to drag that a little bit further in because it's softening down that. There we go. So that looks better, doesn't it? Less neon. Yeah, that looks nicer than that one. I'm going to go over the top. So what would normally be my base layer of cracked pistachio, I'm actually going over the whole thing with me peel paint. So I'm doing it the opposite way around to what we would normally do. But okay. And it also gets rid of some of my little scratchy bits, doesn't it? Actually, it says I've done it in the same place down this one. There we go. They're looking so much better. They're not as psychedelic. Nearly there. And then we'll use our little dotties, I think, just to add a bit more detail into this. A bit more of a texture. Let's stay at that. That one's got a nice big centre, that one's got next to nothing on it. Let's just add a little bit more to it. There we go. Try and equal it up so it doesn't look like 3 separate pieces, which it is. Again, I'm going to come onto this one, but I'm going to come in a little bit more than I was before. Oops, get rid of those bits or I'm going to end up with scratchy lines again. Now, for this next bit, we could use our Dotty stamp, but because it's Monthly Make Monday, I'm going to use what is in the kit. So it's just going to take me a little bit longer to stamp. So I've got to stamp it more times, basically. So let me just wipe up my desk. It's turned, it looks a bit mouldy from here. There we go. Nicola's just learned how to listen to me. Oh, sorry, Nicola. My dulcet tones. Oh, in surround sound, no less. Right. Yeah, you probably want to unplug that soon. Right, tidy desk and all that. I'm going to start off with probably this one. Where's my little dotties gone? Ooh, they're not on there, that's for sure. Look at that. They've been running off already. How rude. Oh, I'll tell you where they will be though. I put them all away in one corner. No, they're not. Done a runner, haven't they? Have a quick look. They're definitely not there, are they? Right, so what? Oh, yeah. I wish I hadn't put them all together. All together. See, that's the importance, isn't it, of having your stamps all neatly together. So I'm using the little dots that come with this set. I'm going to cheat and put it on a big block. And then I've just moved my stand this again. There we go. I'm going to grab my peel paint. Normally I do the palest one first, but in this case I'm going to go to my peel paint. Just keep adding little bits all over. The reason I've gone for a slightly bigger block today is because I didn't want to put any pinky marks on. I know, shocking for me. I actually thought ahead. Just randomly, I might even put some more further in. I'm trying to keep my darker ones to the edge though. There we go. So it's starting to look, oh, it looks very splatty, doesn't it? I'm going to do the same on these ones now. I use my greens a lot, I've got to admit. I've got my peel paint. I've got a go-to set for my greens actually. So it's fossilised amber, cracked pistachio, and then peel paint on top. And it gives you such a wonderful I'm not quite sure of the words. Like meadowy, earthy tones. I'm trying to see if I've got a that one there. I've normally got a couple of tags lying on. Oh, there's one. Okay. So it gives you that wonderful earthy natural tone to it. Yeah. So those are my go-to colours in my greens. Peel paint, cracked pistachio, and a base of fossilised amber. They're just such a fantastic combo. My forest moss is a bit too wet, so it doesn't always distress properly. It's great for stamping, but just not so great for distressing. There we go, there's that one. And now the teeny tiny one. We're going to be careful with this one because I don't want to over. I want to have some ink on there. There we go. Should be enough on that one. Right, I think my backgrounds are looking alright now. Yeah, the little texture stamps are just brilliant. That one is probably the smallest one. Right, so I'm not going to start off with my big one just in case this idea doesn't work. Never a good thing to say first off, is it? I'm going to start off with a little one. And it's going to be close. Oh, there we go. It's almost like I measured it. Pop that there. I want my black ink. Now you just need to be careful with your oxide because your inks I don't always sit perfectly over your oxide, so just give them a bit of an extra inking up. If you've done any water resist on them, make sure they're dry. And what you really want is juicy ink, not a dry enough ink. I'll bring that down here and just pop that in the corner. That was really hard to line up. I'm just giving it an extra press because, like I say, I'm working over my oxides. There we go. That looks really sweet, doesn't it? Just notice I've got green dots all over my desk, so before my eyes go funny looking at them. I'm going to go to Big Bertha next. Now I need to decide which one I want in the corner. So what I'm looking at is where I'm not quite happy with me distressing. So here it's gone on a bit harsh. So if I put that in that top corner, that's all you're going to see is how harsh I've gone in with me distressing, with just distress oxide. Sorry. Whereas if I just turn it slightly like that, and we put even to be fair, you see that one's a bit as well. Go that way. And I'm going to put my flower here. You're not going to notice that I've gone over the top here. Yeah, or here. Because my flower's going to come in and almost soften it. So there's always a way, if you're not quite happy with your distressing, there's always a way to hide the bits you're not quite happy with. So I'm just going to start inking this one up again. It is a big one, so it does take quite a lot to ink it up. This is one not to rush inking up. Especially over oxides. Lots of ink. You can see I'm going over it twice because I know my ink's not that grand. There we go. Move this down and get it stamped quickly is the key. Move it in a little bit as well. Hi Susan. That's not a good sign. I've got a giant ball behind me stamping. But lots and lots of presses all the way around. It's like a workout, isn't it, stamping this one? Right, so there we go. And hopefully now, keep them fingers crossed for me. Oh, I can just see that little bit there. I still didn't ink it up. I shouldn't have had much ink on it to begin with. There we go. It looks quite nice just like that, doesn't it? I'm going to give my stamp a bit of a rub down. He's starting to get black bits in the middle. Not a good thing, that. So I'm just going to give him a quick wipe while I remember. Although he's cleaner. Not clean, but cleaner. So we've got our 2 little bits now for our... You can see how it's going to start to come together. Yep. And then we've got these ones. So... I'm going to turn that one round. I think I want that darker one down the side and the lighter one here, because that's where I'm going to have my sentiment. Yep. So, not looking too bad, is it? I did sound surprised then. So then 2 can go to one side. I'm going to leave these in position because we can, otherwise I forget what I'm working on. I'm going to use Friend for this one. And it's going to come in here. Now I'm wondering if I move that up that way slightly, whether we put, now this is going to confuse me, isn't it, that way, we put that flower in the corner as well. So it's almost like we're framing it, aren't we? Yeah. So I'm going to stamp this on first, and then we're going to put our Friend on, only because this is on the block. No, I'm going to go for the corner. Change my mind. I just want the plain corner. Hi Vicky. I'm just going to go for the little plain corner. And then it's going to give me more freedom, isn't it, to pop that Friend in there somehow. Could have done this in green as well, couldn't we? See, I'm getting all the good ideas now I've started. Let's pop this on this end. I need to do it right to the edge because it looks like Friend's going to be a bit tight. Hi Wendy. That'll come in there nicely. And then I'm just going to do the opposite corner down here. Bring that one up again. You can see how a simple sketch evolves, doesn't it, as you start crafting. So I can't even, oh there it is. So when I sat down and sketched this, I assumed any of the sentiments would fit in the top. Oh, thanks Jackie, they are a really nice stamp set, but very different for Crafty Roo stamps. Big detail. Oof. They're making me try and stamp all pretty and everything. I'm going to put that, sorry, I'm thinking again. So I'm looking at my gap between the end of my line, either end. So let's get this Friend in here. And I have been asked, there are a few more of these coming out. So we have Family, and then I can only remember Family. There's 3 I've done, and I can't remember what the other 2 are. It's only because I was doing the negative for the other one. Can't remember. But there is 3 more coming out, just like these. Different words. It's gonna bug me now. It'll be one of them things that comes to me all of a sudden. Been looking at different things this morning, haven't I? Oh, thanks, Steve. We have got some good stuff coming up. I've actually got a really good idea with this flower, which would make a lovely Christmas present. I just have to find my coasters. That's the one to watch out for. There we go. So we've got our Friend. That actually looks really cool. Oh, imagine that on a DL card. Ooh, a DL with, you know, like Mum did those little squares going up. That's an idea. Right, I'm trying to be good and clean these stamps at the same time today. I know, shocking. So that's that bit there. Now for this bit down the side, I've got a couple of options, haven't I? I can either do a bit of playing with our little fancy one, yeah, or we bring in some of our really nice words, and I think I'm going to stick with the words. So I shouldn't have taken that corner off. Where has it gone? There it is. So I'm going to put my corners back. Put my corners back on this one. So I think there and there. Yep. I'm thinking again. I've gone quiet, haven't I? I am thinking. Hi Claire. Any chance I can do a dandelion? We will see. I haven't thought of doing a dandelion. They are pretty though. So I'm actually going to change. I'm going to do it so that, see how we're going to have our corner there? It'd actually look quite neat, wouldn't it, if we did that like that, and then the other corner coming like that. So I've got to try and figure that out that way, isn't it? That was hard work. Sometimes it's the simplest bits that are hard work. I've done it again, haven't I? Yeah, that bit there. Ooh, can you see my line's not very straight, is it? Let the stamp relax and it'll soon go back to as straight as a wonky line is. Right. So I'll go in the corner like that. That's looking quite nice, isn't it? And we'll pop one back in this corner. Just like that. And then that's working. Now I'm half toying with the ideas. If we bring that one back in, I might do the bigger one on that. Because then we've got all these lovely corners meeting, haven't we? Might do the bigger one on that one. We will see. So now, my little words. I'm thinking 3. So we've got bold dreams, brave spirit, calm mind, kind heart. So I'm thinking kind heart, brave spirit, and bold dreams. Yeah, those little corners are really useful, especially doing things like these. But it all just links together so nicely. Ooh, is it going to be a bit of a tight fit? Nope. We've got our bold dreams. Now dreams has got a very big bottom, so he's going to go in the middle. I bet you never thought you'd describe a stamp as having a big bottom, but it did. So let's just get these so they kind of look. I suppose if I did it like that, no one will notice I've not lined them up very well. There we go. That'll work. I do cheat, don't I? So brave spirit first. There we go. Do bold dreams. It is starting to look pretty cool. I'm quite impressed with it so far. And then we're going to put Jackie's suggestion of some pink on there. Get some nice bright pink. I'm thinking rosebud, or probably go to Alzarian crimson just to get a real hit of colour. Pop that one there. I'm liking this bit. Could have done with being probably half an inch bigger. Maybe I'll have to rejig me sizings. But I'm seeing this layout everywhere, and I just thought, you know what, I want to give it a whirl, because out of all our stamps, this is the one that cries out. You know, for that lovely big square at the bottom. I'll pop this one in here. It's that way, isn't it? I need to do that one. I try and do it all jaunty, and then I forget which way I'm doing it. Right, so we've got our kind heart, bold dreams. Bold dreams could have come down a little bit. It would make a lovely Christmas card layout. It really would. Right, so let's have a quick look. We've got all this going on. We'll start knocking it back with a bit of pink so it doesn't look as green. It's going to look something a bit like that. I think now it kind of does shout out that one, doesn't it? Yep. I'm going to put these to one side because I need to stamp the big one. I don't think it fits on that one. There we go. It will fit on that one. There we go. I have to see if we can turn this into a bit of a poinsettia. It needs pointier leaves though, doesn't it? Ink this one up. I do like these corners though, they are so handy. Because they're wonky as well, you don't really need to make sure they're... Now I'm just trying to eyeball it, that I've got about the same distance in. No real worries if it isn't. Giving it a good press again. Hopefully I've inked it properly this time. Well, even worse, but the distress is looking, the distress of it kind of works. So I'm going to say it wasn't my bad inking up, it was just meant to be. There we go. Looking quite nice. So brush out, I've got Alzarian Crimson or Rose Red. I'm going to go Alzarian Crimson so it's pink rather than red. Yep. I'm just going to pop... Oh, I always forget, don't I? I should swap it out for one of the workshop ones. And when we finally get back to workshop, someone's going to go, ah! It's the Alzarian Crimson. Move that to one side. So brush out in one place, water in the other, and then you've got control of the combining of the two. Yep. I'm also going to start off with my little one first, and the reason for that is I'm not going to want much concentrated colour. Yep. So I only need little bits for my little one. Whereas if I've already started working on a bigger one, I'm going to wet more brush out, so I'm not going to have as much to play with. Now remember as well, you can see it happening already, my oxides, yep, my oxides underneath are going to react, so you're going to pick up some of that, but again, I love that kind of effect. So I'm just going to start now getting some, oops, that was a little bit too concentrated. There we go. Start pulling this up from the bottom. Oops, a daisy. Right, it's going to go a bit darker even still because I've just messed up on that one. But I think it can handle it. I think we can have this shot of pink, can't we? There we go. Got those little for pink, and now I can go in on a bigger one. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Good, so I just want to make sure this is lovely and watered down, so I should have a scrappy bit of paper. There we go. Just keep bringing them. Not enough water. It's not moving anywhere. And again, just a little bit more water coming through it. Now on this one, because the middle of my paper hasn't got any oxide, you're not going to get that oxide moving. So you're going to get the stronger pink coming through. If you're unsure, if you notice then I was unsure how much pink was going to come on my brush, start off where you know you need it darker. And then you've got more control again. Again, pop it in there. Again with this one. Nearly there. You forget how big this one is to colour in, don't you? You'd be a good one, you know, if you're sitting in front of the telly and colouring in. I mean, you've got to keep your hands busy so you don't start eating everything in the cupboard, or is that just me? To be fair, I sat down with my doodle book last night, so getting a bit better. I'm just pulling this colour up. If it starts to drag, just pop a little bit more water on it. And this one. There we go, that's starting to look quite nice. Not quite as bright as the first one, so I'm just going to go in now with a bit more. I'm really going to start going in with it, I think. I'm being too gentle. I know me, gentle, never. Just in here again. And just keep coming through these. Just like that. There we go. And just slowly build it up. Nothing worse than suddenly plonking too much of one colour on. And then, tell you what I'm going to do. I was going to say, it's not quite looking right. We've not got the colour pulling through. So, I've had enough of my painting now. I'm going to spritz this. And I'm going to use my little dotties first. I'm going to have to put a bell around their neck, aren't I? Because they always keep going walkies. Just go into this. And then what we might do is, it's a bit too watery, come on. Right, and now, you know that long line that we've got to go through our words if we want to put them onto our flower, this one. We need to use it to just add. No, got my thumb in it there, there we go. Doesn't help, I somehow managed to put my brush out into a dip on my desk. You know, and my tablecloth. All of this is really subtle because it doesn't need to be anything else, just really subtle. And I might just do, just using the top end. You can see I am catching a little bit there, but I'm not worrying too much. Yep. Oh, Christine's having to leave. Have a lovely afternoon. Nearly finished. You've seen most of it, to be fair. We just now need to give them a centre. Oh, I've got rid of my brush, haven't I? So I want to add a bit to the frames. Might go back to my pink. So we've got these two going on. They both ended up pointing the same way. Not sure. Now, centres. I want big and bright. So there is only one colour for that. We want neon, sunburst lemon. or Sunburst, yeah, I was right, I got it right first time. Sunburst Lemon. And this, it's neon. It's neon colours, this. So a teeny tiny bit on my desk, because I'm not going to use much of it. And then, just, ooh, my desk is wet. Pop it in here. And what it should do, and it has done, it acts like, it's almost like a highlighter pen. A teeny tiny bit in there. And then this bit. Whoa, look at that, the yellow. Such a lovely kind of springtime card, isn't it? And then you don't really see that. I've put that little bit of line in there. Just like, it looks like it's a bit distressed. Perfectly fine. Now, to finish this off, it is looking quite cool. Oh, no, 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 no. I've just had a different thought. How about that instead? That looks cool. I think I prefer it that way. But anyway, that was a moment of woo. I do have them occasionally. So now I want, you see I've got these little pops of pink. I want to add some to my little frames. So I either go in with my pink. I think I am. I should have done this before where we had our brush out. So again, I'm just going to pop a little bit on my table again. Teeny tiny bit. Didn't catch me out as much that time. Oh, bright yellow brush. Not a good idea. Not good, not good. Out my water, thank you very much. I tell you what, I am loving working with these stamps because they are making me practice my colouring. Yep. I always say I can't colour, and these are actually, they are easy to colour, but they're making me. That's way too wet. So all I want is a little bit of colour here. I don't know if this is going to look right. Let's go for it, shall we? If it doesn't look right, you all saw what it should look like. So I'm just going to take my little flat paintbrush and just very gently. You could use your pens for this, or just a pencil crayon. I'm just having to watch that it doesn't come too harsh. I keep losing my little tub of water on my desk as well. Yeah. Just bring it across. Need a bit more pink. Oh, I've gone a bit fat on that, so I'll come back this way. There we go. And hopefully you will see what I keep rabbiting on about. Just bringing the colour so it ties it all in. Because otherwise these patches of green here won't have any colour on them. So see, just putting that little bit of pink, yeah, just pulls it together. Oh, sorry, I had a running rhythm. Yeah, putting colours together, it's an odd one, because 9 times out of 10 mine's just pot luck. Colour wheels are good, but like I say, I just play. So on this one it was looking quite bright, so the reason I chose Alzarian Crimson on this one is because the greens were looking quite bright. Ooh, I've gone a bit harsh now. Ooh. Rub it back out my brush a little bit. Yep, so the greens turned out brighter than normal. Normally when I do peel paint and cracked pistachio, I've done a base of fossilised amber at the bottom, so it tones it all down, whereas today the cracked pistachio just really made it quite neon. Yeah, so it's almost like a limey green. So then the only pink to go with lime green is a shocking pink, isn't it? Which Alzarian Crimson is. So again, I'm finding a little puddle of water somewhere. There it is. I'm going to start off with this big one first because it's had nothing yet. And because I've stamped it really faint, I'm going in with really faint paint as well. You could do this with your oxides. I've only used Brusho because I wanted Alzarian Crimson. If I went to my Brusho, it'd have to be, I want to say worn lipstick, but that can sometimes be a bit, oh actually, before I want to, your worn lipstick can be a bit pale at times. It's going in a bit darker there. So yeah, worn lipstick would have worked. But I had Alzarian Crimson in my mind. Especially when Jackie said, let's go to pink. I think there's only one pink to use. When you want pink, it's got to be Alzarian Crimson. There you go. And then all I'm going to do is just pop a little bit across this base. And you're going to get some lovely colours coming out because you've got that neon. I'm going to go a bit darker on this one. And if you're using your oxide, your dots wouldn't have splodged quite as much, and your lines would be a little bit more crisper. So if you were going to stick with your oxides and not use Brusho. Right. Let's pop this together, shall we? Oh, why am I putting my paintbrush in there? Because I was going to grab my doodle pens just to finish it off. It needs a little bit of sparkle, so all I'm going to do is just grab my silver jelly roll. Yvonne's been busy sorting. I've got stuff you can sort out. I've left Mr. Roo sorting out the last few jobs from the decorating. Can't wait. You can see just a little bit of sparkle in there. Yay! And then this one. It's harder to do this one, so it's easier just to put a few little dots in this one. Oh. Why not? Let's go dotty dotty on this one. And do the same on this one. Just add a few more little, just going around where we put that line. There we go. So to finish this one off, all I'm going to do is grab my 8x8 base card. No matting, no layering. You could do if you wanted. But lovely, clean and crisp. Now we said, didn't we, pop it this way instead. Tell you what would look nice, but it look nice on craft card. Ooh, that does look nice, doesn't it? Yeah, I think if I can just grab, let's see if I've got a piece. Oh. Okay, I've not got a piece of craft card, so I'm going to stick with the white. Sorry, I'll tease you there, didn't mean to. So I'm going to pop this in. Remember, I've left myself, or should have left myself, 1/2 inch gap between and a 1/2 inch border, so everything is very similar. Could probably make it a little bit smaller if you wanted to. And that one goes in just there. So there you go. I'm really impressed with that. It's surprisingly, it's turned out. I don't normally do measuring. I just go for it. Yeah, but like I said, I keep seeing this layout in different places, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to try it because these corners just shout out. They need to be used. Yeah. So there you go. We've used Distress Oxides for the base with our little dotty stamp, the little one out the set. We've used Brushos. And that's it really. That's all we've used. So we've just used the main set and the Friends definition one. We've not used the other sentiment that comes with it. This bit I quite like. I think that'd look nice as a journal page. I do think that'd look nice. Tell you what, an index card looking like that. I might have to play with that one one day. It does look nice on the craft card. I might do a frame on craft card and then stick it down. Yeah, it is. Like I say, I keep seeing this layout and I just think, you know what, these stamps just lend themselves for it. It's such a lovely effect, and I am wondering whether we can turn that into like a Christmas poinsettia. Not sure how, but I'm sure we could do something with it. I've just noticed, hang on, I've got some dots without bits in. There you go, that was going to bug me now. Right, I'm done. Oh, thank you all. We're back tomorrow for a really sneaky peek at our Christmas advent calendars. I'm not going to show you what stamps are in them. I'm just going to tell you about the box and the little extra you get on Christmas Day. So that's at 12 o'clock tomorrow. It's only going to be about 15 minutes. So I hope you can join me for that. If not, I will see you all on Wednesday night. Because the kids aren't swimming and doing football now on a Wednesday and a Friday, it means I can pull our Facebook Lives forward slightly to 7:30. So from Wednesday they'll be at 7:30. So I hope you can join me then. So that's it, I think. That's everything I had to tell you. So I'm glad you like that one. I am really pleased with how that turned out. A lot of measuring for me. I did it, and it all kind of lines up, and it looks nearly straight, doesn't it? No one's really going to notice if they're a little bit wonky. Okay, it's going to be the sticking down bit that takes the time, isn't it? I'll do it. I will make myself do it. So thank you for watching. Hopefully I will catch you tomorrow or Wednesday night. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.